Niche Farmers is proudly brought to you by Lafeld Agrochem, together cultivating your success.
If you're watching this, you are supporting the movement to create a better future for all farmers and, in fact, all South Africans through food security and job creation. Hello, I'm Roseanne McKenzie.
And I'm Wilson Pinkosi. A warm welcome to Niche Farmers. Let's make a difference together.
In this episode of Niche Farmers,
we visit Shanma Mushrooms in Heidelberg, Gauteng, where they produce white button mushrooms and brown mushrooms.
There's exciting news about the opening of a new HortiDemoCentre in Stellenbosch, and we attend the Organic and Natural Products Expo Africa 2022.
Plus, we meet Tapiwa Masimba from Dew Crisp.
Episode 15. Wilson, can you believe it?
Oh, Roseanne, I cannot believe it. I mean, it's unbelievable that next week is the last episode for this year.
Well, let's hope and cross fingers that we'll be back next year. It almost doesn't make sense that there won't be a weekly dose of Niche Farmers.
Oh, Roseanne, you know, it saddens me. But fortunately, we have good news about next week's show.
That's right, Wilson. Next week, we announce the winners of our competition.
And the prizes are big.
I can't wait. Right, back to today's show. Just a quick reminder that you can get all our episodes as well as rich content about our farmers and suppliers.
That's right. Get the entire series of Niche Farmers. That is every single episode, plus all the articles.
And here's how.
Niche Farmers is on every week. Same time, same place. But if a weekly dose of Niche Farmers is just not enough, or you maybe want to watch an episode again, even share the episode with friends and family, you can. SMS FARM to 32210 and we'll send you a return SMS in no time. Click on the link we're sending you to open the info wrap. Then simply complete the form and submit.
Right, guys. Remember our promise to bring you a mushroom farmer? Well, that day has come.
Meet Mariki Creer from Chanma Mushrooms in Heidelberg, Gauteng. They produce white button mushrooms as well as some brown mushrooms.
And most of these mushrooms are packaged and distributed to chain stores throughout Gauteng and Limpopo, whilst a small portion goes directly to the catering market.
Enjoy.
Ek het 'n droom gehad. Ek wou dit graag doen, so ek het baie jare vasgehou in daai droom en dit kon net nie realiseer nie. Ek het geweet ek gaan dit eendag doen. So was daai droom daar tot 2003 het ek uiteindelik my besigheid geregistreer. My mushrooms gaan maar na kettingwinkels toe, hoofsaaklik na plekke toe wat pizzas doen en dan na die varsprodukte markte toe. Die bottelproduk is ek baie trots op. Ek het dit reeds in 2008 toe ek in Limpopo was begin, omdat daar die surplus moes ek iewers heen skuif en die mark was net te ver. Tollekke was net te duur. Toe het ek begin met die bottelproduk en ek het getoets en ek het almal wat by my gewerk het geproe. So as daar 20 gewerk het, ek het 20 verskillende uitslae gehad op die verskillende produkte. Maar so het ek gekom en ek het hulle gestuur na SGS toe waar hulle getoets was en so het die rak begin sien. So ek is baie trots op dit. Ek doen alles self. Ek is by al die forme, maar ek het vir Martin. En Martin is reeds 20 jaar by my. Vandat ek met die mushrooms begin het in 'n klein koelkamer om te toets wat dit moet wees, is Martin by my. So, ja, dank die Here vir Martin. Martin is my steunpilaar. Ons vertrou mekaar, nog nooit enige moeilikheid daar gehad nie. So Martin ken die ballgame. Ons maak nie foute nie, ons maak seker voordat ons 'n fout wil maak. En dan natuurlik sy vrou Sito is ook al baie jare by my en dan het ek baie ander wat ook al baie jare by my is. Ek doen self my komposjaar, dit is besproeiingskoringsstrooi wat inkom. Dit word vir 'n sekere tyd nat gemaak deur week en dan sit ons 'n bietjie mis by wat getoets is by die laboratoriums. So dis ook nie van net goed by mekaar gooi nie. Elke ding se waarde, weet jy. Die stikstofinhoud en dan die carbon is by die strooi en dan begin ons met hom te werk. Ons werk met lae temperature. Wanneer ons na die banker toe gaan, is dit baie hoë temperature, selfs 86 grade. So dit is 'n hele tydperk van ek my laaste mis bygesit het en gereeld met hom werk en draai. 13 dae daarna, dan gaan ek na die pasteuriseringstunnel toe. Daar is hy vir 'n week en dan koel ek hom af. Wanneer hy reg is, gaan ons sponkamer toe en ons kry die spon wat van Silwin afkom en ons spon ons skoon kompos en dit kom hierheen. Elke keer as ons klaar gepluk het, dan doen jy dieselfde prosedure weer, so ek haal so 4 oeste uit 'n kamer uit, wat vir my so om en by 4 kg per sak realiseer. En dan berook ons se kamer en ons gooi hom uit buite toe en dan werk ek weer met die afvalkompos. Het gaan oor kontrole, kan ek vir jou sê, weer kontrole. Baie mense dink is woordswart, jy kan nie, jy sal buite op my deure ook sien, daar word elke iets wat verander, of waar ons iets verander, of lig verander, of iets word aangeteken en daarvandaan af gaan dit na die rekenaar toe, sodat jy kan teruggaan en altyd kan sien. Jy kan nie teruggaan na klomp verskillende kamers op klomp verskillende stadiums om te verstaan wat daar gebeur het nie. Jy moet maar weer gaan vat die papierwerk en gaan sien wat het ek gedoen en hoekom het ek dit gedoen. So ja, is nie net van inklim en mushroomboer nie, ongelukkig nie. Daar's soveel fasette wat jou opgewonde kan maak. Ja, daar's goed wat vir jou deurtrek, maar dan is daar soveel ander dinge wat jou weer opgewonde kan maak. Dis 'n produk wat ek vir iemand kan lewer. Dit is vir my lekker as iemand inkom en sê, "Wow, dis mos lekker, is dit nie?" Al klink dit gaan tog nie oor my nie, maar ek dink om dan te besef die sukses van die storie. Al is ek nou bitter klein. Dit is nie ding nie, ek het aangehou en ek glo ek gaan nog aanhou vir baie jare. En ek dink dit is hou aan, hou glo en die hoop is skaam nie.
What a special family business, Roseanne.
Absolutely, Wilson. And what it also shows us is that a farmer doesn't need hectares and hectares of land to create a viable and sustainable agribusiness.
Absolutely. You know what I like? The word sustainable, because it speaks directly to financial health.
Speaking of which, Wilson, just before we go to an ad break, a reminder to all of those who are struggling with debt. If you're struggling to cover what you owe with what you earn, you're probably over-indebted and in need of a helping hand. DebtSafe is here to empower you to fix your debt.
With over 12 years of proven success, DebtSafe has helped, listen to this, over 50,000 South Africans find their footing again.
DebtSafe is registered with the NCR with a nationwide network of expert credit negotiators and attorneys on call, all ready to assist you.
So, take control of your debt. Visit debtsafe.co.za today. That's debtsafe.co.za.
We'll see you right after this.
After the break,
We have exciting news about the opening of a new HortiDemoCentre in Stellenbosch, and we attend the Organic and Natural Products Expo Africa 2022.
Niche Farmers is proudly brought to you by Laufeld Agrochem. Niche Farmers is proudly brought to you by Laufeld Agrochem.
Welcome back. We now go to Stellenbosch in the Western Cape, where we spoke to Nela Mabasa and Clive Masemola about the opening of the HortiDemoCentre.
With the support of the Netherlands Enterprise Agency and all consortium partners, the HortiDemoCentre will specialize in protected horticulture and will showcase the best and most cutting-edge in Dutch horticultural technology.
The HortiDemoCentre will work towards being a viable business in the long term by implementing innovative Dutch technologies for profitable, productive, sustainable and climate-smart agronomy. And it will also offer training to students and emerging farmers. Take a look.
We are very excited to be launching the HortiDemoCentre because it's the state of the art. It has a recycling system where you have closed water in your system. There's no loss. So we are able to save 30% of our fertilizer cost. We're able to save 30% of our water cost. So it's an incredible infrastructure. The greenhouse is super high-tech, filled with sensors and all the best technologies the world has to offer.
So this is a consortium of different partners who came together to make the HortiDemo possible. So the Dutch connection there is trying to make this cutting edge, you know, with the whole horticultural new facility to make this possible, and trying to introduce the agricultural climate smart to, you know, to teach people and to teach the community at large about agriculture and how you can make farming in a greenhouse possible.
Just the sheer size of this, standing here in this beautiful setting, amazing technology, state of the art, like a first world country. This enables us to compete with the best out there, enabling our farmers and customers to experiment with new products, new solutions, to keep on being competitive. But at the end of the day, we all compete for the same space on the shelf, and this is definitely going to set a trend.
The HortiDemoCentre will play a very important role in research, teaching and learning, which is the core function of Stellenbosch University. So we are helping bringing all the partners and the university. It will help demonstrate that extended propagation can work in South Africa and can help farmers realize maximum economic yield, and this can be modeled elsewhere in South Africa and throughout Africa.
I really can't think of a world without technology in agriculture anymore. It's such a competitive environment. The cost spiked through the roof due to a lot of factors in COVID and the war in the Ukraine. So to be profitable on a small piece of land, you really have to utilize all the means. That's why these facilities like this, where you can experiment, where you can trial new products and get feedback from various other input players or role players in industry is vital. You really can't make it, you really battle to make it sustainable without the use of proper technology.
So the HortiDemoCentre is aiming at achieving by training the community at large, the students. I'm talking about the high school learner who is like looking into venturing into agriculture. So it's aiming at teaching and educating them more about agriculture, and if there are researchers out there who are looking into doing their trials here, they can definitely do that. I myself, I am a researcher. I am a master's student here, and I have my trial right here in the HortiDemoCentre. So that is something that I can learn more from this HortiDemoCentre, and anyone out there who's looking into doing that, come to us.
Talk about a fantastic initiative, Roseanne.
Indeed, Wilson. And you know what is really great to see is what happens when great minds meet, especially when they have the drive to succeed.
Well, as you know, on this show, we always say, where there's a will, there's a way. Our best wishes accompany the HortiDemoCentre on their journey.
Right. Now we're off to the Organic and Natural Products Expo Africa 2022, held from 21 to 23 October at the Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg.
Now, this first-of-its-kind expo on the continent showcased a variety of natural and organic products and services from local and overseas manufacturers, suppliers, importers and exporters.
Well, listen to this. It's reported that at least 70% of consumers globally are more likely to make purchases based on whether there would be a reduced impact on the environment, and 41% are willing to pay more to do so by buying all natural and organic goods.
And you know, Roseanne, studies show that organic and natural products are set to become even more popular.
Niche Farmers was there, and here are some of the highlights of the expo.
Organic and Natural Products Expo, focusing specifically on, as the name suggests, a cross-section of organic and natural products. We say organic and natural because many guys are doing the right thing. They're naturally producing their products, but they're not certified, so they can't physically say organic. So organic and natural, everything healthy, everything good for you, good for the environment, from all kinds of categories: food and beverage, cosmetics, essential oils, CBDs, and many, many more. So a very nice array. I mean, we've got CBD Lux, for example, who do CBD products, but kind of a real medicinal type stuff, very, very certified, very authentic. They do their stuff kind of by the book with medical grade certification and analysis and what have you. So we've got those guys, a couple other CBD suppliers. We've got the Sourso tent, which is very much the farming community. Sourso being the sector organization, so they're doing all the work about getting the farmers doing the right thing. PGS is a kind of a peer service where guys who have traveled the road before hold the hand of smaller farmers and guide them on the road to doing things properly and ultimately getting certified. They also do a lot of stuff around around the actual certification, because typically it's done by international bodies. It's quite expensive, out of the reach for smaller guys, so they're producing a set of local South African standards. We've got some worm farming people, which is also very interesting from a farming perspective. We've got some interesting talks also happening on kind of urban farming. At the end of the day, everyone should be farming at home. No one should starve in this country. We can grow our own stuff. So really a proper range. So look, it starts with the fact that a lot of the suppliers in this industry are small, very small. They wouldn't be able to afford the cost of coming onto an expo, despite us doing as much as we possibly could to make it as cheap as possible. Still, it's out of reach. So the development corporations, Free State, Northwest, the Innovation Hub, Ghana, have worked hard to bring together smaller suppliers and subsidize, if not sponsor, their participation. So really bringing some of the smaller guys onto a level playing field with some of the bigger guys. And that's a critical participation within the sector to bring more people to the fore. So yeah, we were due to launch 9th of May 2020, and then COVID happened. So this is the first one. It's been a long time coming and a long time in the pipeline. Everyone's very excited to have it. So first one out the gates, we're happy to see it here. And then there's big plans for the future. We're looking, well, this will be an annual event in Joburg. We're looking to do a home and away. So Cape Town will feature in the annual calendar as well. One here, one there. We've got various other initiatives, virtual business-to-business conferences to support the smaller guys. We've launched a portal, organic and natural portal.com, so it's a business directory and news facility so people can find suppliers, see what they're looking for. We just had a chat now with one of the guys from Massmart who are quite keen to help with the smaller guys, so big plans for the future.
After the break,
We meet Tapiwa Masimba from Jew Crisp.
Niche Farmers is proudly brought to you by Laufeld Agrochem. Niche Farmers is proudly brought to you by Laufeld Agrochem.
Welcome back to the show that changes lives for the better.
We now visit commercial fruit and veggie farmer Tapiwa Masimba from Jew Crisp.
Established in 1983, Jew Crisp has grown into one of the leading providers of value-added salad products to the retail and food services industries.
They have two major operating centres in Johannesburg and Cape Town, both of which are fully vertically integrated. The group's operations include large-scale farming using hydroponics and conventional farming techniques, supporting selected independent farmers, state-of-the-art processing, packing, logistics and distribution.
This is the story of Jew Crisp.
I started farming at a tender age. I was born to peasant farmers. So back in the days during school holidays, I would go and oversee farming at our rural homes, the livestock and our subsistence farming, which we had no irrigation and it wasn't commercialized like what I have now. Then I was motivated enough to take a degree in horticulture, and now I'm here with 15 years of experience in commercial farming. It's easy to grow in farming, but the question which is mostly misunderstood with many people, it doesn't happen like a switch. Farming is a school of patience. It happens over time. It can take generations to grow. It can take 5 years. It can take 10 years. Farming is profitable. The only issue which most people bend their fingers with is the farm business management side of it, because you wait sometimes 6 months to get your income, sometimes a year, like the fruit guys, but it needs a proper management of cash flow. So most of our products are salads. We sell them to McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Woolworths, and most of the retailers, the large retailers, your Freshline and Freshmark. We seek knowledge now and again. I've met people with 30 years experience, 40 years experience, but they still say they learn every day. So in this journey of farming, we depend mostly with Laufeld Agrochem. They bring people with expertise, fertilizers, chemicals, and all that to help us be on top of things on the farm. What I would say to upcoming farmers is it's very important to have a second opinion, second pair of eyes on the farm, because we as farmers, we don't leave the farm. There's a saying which says farming is like cooking. You don't leave the kitchen. So we always in the farm, not on the farm, but in the farm. So we tend to get used to our problems. We tend to get used to what we see. And when you bring in expertise to look at what you're doing, then most of the times you realize that there are 2 or 3 things which you are missing.
Now, that's an impressive operation, if you ask me, Tapiwa. It's great to have you on Niche Farmers. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Wilson. Thank you, Roseanne.
And you must be bursting with pride to be part of something this special.
For sure. A person who like challenges. So yes, when something is big, it comes with challenges, and I get to be thrilled with the challenges which comes with it.
So what a lot of startup farmers don't realize, and it was something that you mentioned in the insert, is that farming takes time, which means you need to be patient. You're not going to immediately see results and reap the rewards.
You can't make an ox in one day, and you can never make a crop overnight. So yes, farming takes a couple of time. Think of the fruit guys. They will wait sometimes 3 years, 4 years, 7 years before harvesting. So yes, farming takes a lot of time.
Yeah. Shamwaru wangu, how many people do you employ?
We employ in our peak season over 100 people in the fields, and about 200 to 300 in the packhouse. So in total, we are sitting at around 300 to 500, depending on the time of the season.
If you had to single out one thing that you could say is the reason for DuCrisp's success, what would that one thing be?
The main anchor of their success is specializing. They picked salads, processing salads, and that's it. So I still say, don't be a jack of all trades. You can't do everything. Specialize in 1 or 2 things and you make it.
And given the experience that you now have, what advice would you give to farmers who have challenges and problems and issues associated with starting out?
I would say they need to plan better. Planning is very, very crucial in farming because so many things happen at once. You need to have a proper market. You need to have a pool of labor close by. There's a lot of things which you need to consider. You need to work out your cash flows over time. So it's more to do with proper planning.
Right. And where to from here for you personally?
We still want to be there, feeding the nation, feeding the people. I still see myself being a farmer in future.
Lovely.
Thank you so much for joining us, Tapiwa. We wish you all the best with your endeavors, and I know you are just going to go from strength to strength.
Thank you, Roseanne.
And also a big thank you to all our guests and featured farmers. Without farmers, there is no future, period. So let's please support them with everything we have.
Until next week, everyone, for our last episode of this season. Goodbye, and please remember to go like our Facebook page if you haven't done so already.
Yes, let's please build the movement together, the Niche Farmers Movement. Stay well.
Try again. Take my hand, stand tall on my shoulders. I'll shine a light for you to see. Together we rise, together we touch the sky. We'll shine the light and keep hope alive.
Niche Farmers is proudly brought to you by Lafeld Agrochem. Together cultivating your success.